While we wait, I guess I'll introduce myself. I am Sam Striegler. I am an account executive over here at InsuredMine. Been here for about a year. I'm calling from Dallas, Texas, where it's raining, so we're not used to the rain. Don't know how to handle that. We also have Montserrat from our team. She's a customer success manager. If you do move forward with InsuredMine at any time, you're going to definitely get to know Montserrat very well. So, hello, Montserrat. I think we can get going from now. I think we're good. So today is definitely just a very broad, high-level overview of what InsuredMine does, compared and where it shows up within the NowCerts landscape. Glad all of y'all could join us. If you have questions, please feel free to pop them up in the chat, and we will get to them as we go. So, with that being said, let's jump in. So I'm going to first and foremost share a little quick slideshow of InsuredMine and what we are trying to accomplish. So as a CRM, we partner with your agency management system, NowCerts, which means that we are going to try to be more customer focused as we get into this new age where it's not so much policy focused. What does that mean? Well, it means that people like me today, I expect a personalized level of service. That takes a lot of time, that takes a lot of effort. It can cut into my efficiency, as you see below, a lot of time and effort needed for that manual work. That's where we step in, help automate as much of your process as we possibly can. What makes us different is we focus on the entire customer journey. So from lead capture to renewal and everything in between, that is where InsuredMine is going to thrive and focus and help you grow your business. And I went the wrong way. So NowCerts is your agency management system. InsuredMine is your CRM. With these two tools, now you don't need a marketing automation tool, a sales pipeline, a texting platform, things like that. It's all consolidated in one nice tool. Helps save you time and money and makes your team more efficient in the long run. Whenever we're talking about InsuredMine, we like to use the acronym of SEAM. So sales, engagement, analytics, and reporting, and mobility. So just kind of keep that in your mind as we move forward. Engagement is just a fancy word for marketing. Life before InsuredMine, manual process, less efficient, things like that. Life after InsuredMine is a consolidated tech stack, integrated, digitally enable your agency, help you grow. Defined process from lead in to your renewal process to everything in between, meaning that it's scalable, makes your team more efficient, and you're able to understand the KPIs, the data, helps you make data-driven decisions for you and your agency. And it's focused on the customer, where it's not focused as much on the policy. And we'll get into that a little bit more here in a second. And before we jump in, some customer success stories. So we have Laura from Daily Insurance, 60-person agency out of Maryland, been looking for one tool for her whole team to be able to use. She was finally able to find that with InsuredMine. And Peter, 15-person agency out of Kentucky, looking for something that can help him still seem more human, but also automate as much as possible, help his team be more efficient. And he was able to find that solution through InsuredMine. Awesome. Any questions so far? Probably not. Let's go ahead and jump into the platform for a high-level overview of what we are able to do. So whenever we're talking about InsuredMine, like I mentioned before, we use the acronym of SEAM. So sales, engagement, analytics, and reporting, and mobility. First and foremost is going to be the sales pipeline. The nice thing with InsuredMine and NowCerts is we are two-way integrated with NowCerts. What does that mean for you? It means the two systems are talking in real time to each other. So you're not having to jump back and forth between the two systems. You can just literally, whatever you do with an InsuredMine, it's going to show up in NowCerts and vice versa. They're talking in real time. So it just helps you be more efficient. So we're able to pull information over to InsuredMine from NowCerts, and we go from there. Getting information into the system is really easy and simple for you. So we have a couple different ways. We do have a native form builder, very similar. I'm sure you've probably all seen these before, but a contact us form or something similar to this. You can build out your own forms. You can embed these forms on your website. You can text them. You can email them to your customers. Once they fill out that form, now it's going to map them back into the system. It's going to create an account, going to create a contact, going to create a deal within InsuredMine, also back in NowCerts because of the integration. And it's going to start the sales process from there. So you've got your form builder, you're able to do that. Somebody calls in, they're just looking for insurance right away. You can key in their information. What it's doing is going to check and make sure that there is not this person already in the system. So it's going to help you eliminate duplicate entry. So I don't have to jump back and forth, anything like that. It's going to make sure this isn't a duplicate entry. Okay, it's brand new. So I'm going to create a new for John. Going to fill out that information. It's going to create a deal, contact an account, and it's going to start the process there. So then you come to your sales pipeline where you have the ability to customize this towards your agency. We understand that not every agency is alike. So you can customize this out. You can have as many different sales pipelines as you like. Maybe you have a personal commercial or a personal and so on and so forth. Maybe each agent has their own pipeline. Totally up to you. Within each pipeline, now you have the ability to have as many different stages or steps within your sales process that you'd like. So from lead in to buying policy and whatever you want to put in between there. And then behind each stage of this pipeline, you're able to set up as much automation as you'd like. So for an example, lead comes in right away. They get this automation that's already been set up with an email. Maybe a task is assigned to a specific person. Maybe a text goes out, so on and so forth. Thank you for your interest. Someone will be in contact with you within the next 24 to 48 hours. Something like that, just similar. It's totally up to you what you want this to say, but we do have templates, so you don't have to do everything from scratch. Once you get going, so let me go in a little bit more into the automation. So the nice thing is, like I said, you can have as much behind each stage as you move throughout your process. Of course, your phrasing and everything is going to change. So it's just totally up to you what you want that to look like. Highly customizable. As in right now, I'm in an admin view, so I'm able to see every single thing that is going on. If you want, there's an agent view as well. So the agent's only going to see deals that they are working or whatever they've been given access to. A lead comes in right away. It can either be assigned to a specific agent or it can be round robin, assigned to different agents as new leads come in, gives everybody a fair shot at new business, things like that. Whenever you go into a specific deal now, I can see everything that is going on. So I'm able to take notes. I have to-do list, things that have to get done before it's able to move. I'll kind of go into that here in a second. I can email, I have a scheduler link. I can call, I can text, I can assign tasks. I can upload files, all of that good stuff, all in one nice little package where I'm not having to figure out what all is going on step by step by step. So like I mentioned before, we have these to-do items. So these are customizable. They're checklist items, things that have to get done before it's able to move, which means if I have a certain step of my process that I need to do X, Y, and Z, well, before I'm able to move this on to the next step, this isn't checked off, so I'm not able to move it throughout the sales process. Just keeps me on the straight and narrow. I'm a salesperson. Sometimes we can cut some corners. It's totally fine. So just make sure that I'm staying like I'm supposed to. Have a quick chat. Can you assign and or move between pipelines when a lead comes in? Yes, you can, for sure. That's all part of the initial setup, and we can help you do that along the way. Good question, Jake. So, got another one. And okay. So what you're able to see within here is just a clear understanding of everything that is going on. So I have my communications back and forth. I'm able to text. I'm able to call. We do voicemail drops with our partnership through Slide Broadcast. You can call through InsuredMine with our phone system we have set up through Twilio, or if you are using Lightspeed Voice or Ring Central, we have an integration with them as well. So it just helps you close that loop with all of your communications as well. You are actually emailing through your email. It's not an random offsite email or stuff like that. So it just makes it nice and simple, and every correspondence is going back and forth from you specifically. Yes, this recording will definitely be available to everyone after the webinar. Okay, so as I'm going, I've got that taken care of, and then I will go into a little stuff from there. So the nice thing here is I know where every single part of every deal is. I have a timeline that can tell me everything that's happened to this deal since it became a deal. So it's just making it nice and simple for me there. One also really nice feature is we understand that you can have multiple quotes and deals you're working within a specific quote. So at some point, maybe I have an auto and a home. I can lose certain deals. I can win certain deals. The really nice thing around losing certain deals is I'm able to set an X date. I have a trigger point around that X date. So maybe a year from today, I can set my X date. 30 days from there, a campaign will trigger and it'll just kick off a campaign. Help me win back these deals that I've lost in the past. I've already done the legwork, but I didn't win it. And so now I don't have to keep track of that. It just makes it nice and easy for me there. Yeah, so that's just kind of a general overview of what a deal looks like within InsuredMine. Yeah, and then from there you have your pipeline like we went through. I know where every single deal is. I can see who's working every single deal. So if at any point I need to step in and reassign it, I can definitely reassign it and do stuff along those lines. From here, we're going to move on into the engagement portion. So this is the portion of how am I communicating to my leads? Yes, Arabia, to answer your question, yes. If we put a lead or an opportunity, name, number, does that automatically generate a NowCerts? Yes. Yeah, so how am I communicating to my leads throughout the sales process? And from there, we're going to go to the engagement. So this is how I'm communicating. So I can do email campaigns. I can do my bulk text. I can have my automations, which are set around certain trigger points around that. So let's set up an automation just to give you an idea of what this looks like. I will go into a policy renewal. I want it to have emails and text and postcards and tasks and all this good stuff set up around my policy renewal. I'm going to begin. Again, whatever my trigger point is, 60 days out, 30 days out, 90 days out around the policy expiring, an email will automatically get sent out. It's just going to remind them, hey, your policy is expiring in X amount of days. And then from here, I can customize it, whatever I need to customize. We have templates, so on and so forth. So that would be the first step, would be the email. And then maybe the next step is a text. And it's just something simple. I did you get my email. Then maybe the next step is a postcard. Next step could be a task assigned to a specific agent for a call, so on and so forth. So I'm able to build out my process as simple as I need it to be or as complicated as I want to be. Totally up to you, totally up to your agency and what you're trying to accomplish on that front. Yeah, so that's building out a campaign. Of course, whenever a client or a new customer goes from a prospect to an active client, they can automatically be enrolled in these. These are kind of set and forget, so it'll just makes it where you don't have to keep adding people to different automations along the way. Where we help is we can help you slice and dice your data a lot of different ways. So what do I mean by that? We can help you build lists. So I can have all of my active clients. I want to have everybody who doesn't, went the wrong way. Who doesn't have, I'm going crazy. Everybody who doesn't have homeowners, but does have auto, just for an example. So what this is going to do, it's going to pull me a list based off of that criteria. I can save this list. I can upload this list. I can run a campaign around this list. And whenever I do that, It's going to help me cross-sell and upsell my book of business without having to keep track of that every single step of the way. I put the wrong thing, that's fine. So now I can run a campaign around that. Nice, easy, simple on that front. To answer your question, Robin, how do I see duplicates? So whenever I go into my accounts and my contacts, Montserrat, please step in if I'm messing this up. And how do you see duplicates within the system?
I will show.
What was that? I'm sorry.
That I'm requesting remote control. So here, guys, you need to go to contacts, and then in 3 dots, it's going to show you merge contacts or show duplicates. When you click in merge contacts, it's going to show you all the contacts that you have duplicate, and it's based on the email or on the phone number. So you just click here and you are going to say merge contact, or sometimes you do not want to merge the contact. So click merging not required. And that's it.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Montserrat. So yeah, it's how you merge stuff. We went through automation. Like I mentioned before, all of this is getting sent from your actual email, so it's not getting sent from an offsite. So it's least likely that it ends up going to spam. There, we do have a lot of templates in the system, so you don't have to do everything from scratch. You can build out different campaigns, you can build out different templates, things like that. And from here, so that's kind of the engagement portion and how you're communicating throughout the sales process. You can get creative as you want. From there, we're going to go into the analytics, deep analytics, what we're able to see around that. So I can go behind my sales pipeline. I can see deal charts. I can see whatever I'm wanting to see around that front. So like deals have been won, who specifically has won it, which deals am I looking into? There's a lot of different analytics we can pull around there, even around activities and efforts. So I can see how many text and task and notes, etc., have happened throughout the day, the week, the month, the year. I don't know why it's not loading because I'm trying to show it off. There we go. So I was able to show that. So you're able to track all that information as well. Deals by categories. What lines am I writing the most with? Deals by carrier. With who am I writing the most with? So it's just going to give you a clear understanding of everything that's going on within your agency, help you make data-driven decisions based off of that. And then one really nice one would also be like tracking deals by lead source. So how are my lead sources providing for me? And I can see all that information as well. So that is the analytics portion that we will dive into. Of course, we can go deeper in a deeper conversation if needed. From there, so that's the analytics portion. Last part is mobility. We do have a client-facing mobile app where your clients can download the app. All of their policy information is in one place. They don't have to keep asking you all the time for this, that, or the other. I don't have a lot to show on that because it is just an app. And a couple other features I want to dive into from here is going to be, we do have a calendar feature. This is very similar to like Calendly. It's going to link with your Outlook calendar. It's going to find times that you're available. You have a scheduler link. People can schedule time with you. They just have to put in their name, their information, and it's going to book on your calendar. So you have that capability. And then the last thing I'm going to mention is going to be our e-signature software. So this is where you are, it's very similar like a DocuSign, something like that, where you can sign, date, and signature any of your policy information to your clients. Once they sign it, it's always going to be linked to their account, which is always going to sync back to NowCerts. So it just kind of completes that circle, that loop for you. Makes a nice, simple, clean process in the long run. This is our own software. We built this out, so that's where we're always trying to improve on that front. So, very quick overview of InsuredMine. We can spend another 3 hours within this system and probably not even cover most of it because there's a lot you can accomplish within the system. So, where I would recommend from here would be if you'd like, we can schedule more time, take a deeper dive on our website. Schedule another demo with a member of our team, and we can go from there. The last thing that I will mention is what sets us apart. Oop, I'm getting questions. There we go. Good job, Montserrat. The thing that sets us apart is our team and what we're able to help you accomplish. So you would have a dedicated customer success manager like Montserrat, who is checking in with you all the time to make sure the platform is working like it's supposed to. We have a training team that is helping you with sessions of training, helping you build out the platform to your needs. They're not going to do it for you, but they can definitely help you every single step of the way. We're not just going to release you guys out into the wild and try to figure this out for yourself. We're going to make sure you're getting the most out of that as well. So that's a very general overview of InsuredMine. Montserrat did just share a link that if you wanted to book a deeper demo where we can kind of get specific to your agency, we can definitely take that time with a member of our team. I will say everybody that has everybody that has joined the demo today, there is going to be a 10% discount if you do sign up with us within the next week. So that is an option that we have going. Kevin, to answer your question, is the ESA an additional cost or is it already included with our active account? No, it is not an additional cost. It is included at the original price on that front. Awesome. Montserrat, did I miss anything? Do I need to go into something a little bit more?
About how we link the contacts to NowCerts profile. So we have the integration. When you sign up with us, you need to fill a form, and this form is going to share with us your NowCerts logins, and then we're going to connect InsuredMine with NowCerts, and you're going to be able to have your contacts here at InsuredMine. And also, if you create a new contact here at InsuredMine, you're going to have it at NowCerts. Remember one thing, that InsuredMine could help you to track all your customers, but the data cleaning, you should do it in your AMS in NowCerts. We cannot clean the data, but we can help you to have a better process to create your contacts.
Yep. So it is a direct integration with NowCerts. It's an API connection. It's not just a Zapier connection or anything like that. So we're not zapping information into it.
Just Kevin, if you delete a contact in NowCerts, it's going to also be deleted here at InsuredMine. So if you create here also a policy, it's going to be shown at NowCerts. If you create a policy in NowCerts, it's going to be shown here at InsuredMine. It's not the same. It's signature login that we are using at InsuredMine with NowCerts.
Yeah, it's not the same. So it's actually a totally different program that we built out.
Yes.
So building off of that, over the last year, we've added and tweaked over 700 features within the platform. So we're always listening to you guys. So if you ever do have some feature requests or something missing, we're listening to you, trying to always get better and improve on the system as we go. Yes, Jake, files do transfer both ways as well.
Yes, Jake, you can customize the pipeline.
So customizing a pipeline, let's look at see what that looks like. Create a new pipeline, 3 Jake's pipeline. Save and continue. I can have as many different stages as I'd like. Totally up to you. And these are the modules I'm actually going to see. We can have custom data fields around that. And then this is who has access to that pipeline. It's going to save that pipeline. And yes, you can have as many different pipelines as you'd like based around that. Yep, you can also have a new service pipeline for your existing customers, for sure.
Yes. And quote roads integration, yes, we have it. So can you go to integrations, Sam, please?
Yep, sure can.
There you are. Scroll down. Scroll. You just need to connect Code Rush, and this is part of the onboarding process when we connect in your first calling with your customer success, that it could be me or Paula.
Perfect.
Yes, Robin. If it's an existing contact, it's going to show at InsuredMine. So when we integrate the NowCerts with InsuredMine, all the data that you have in NowCerts is going to be shown here at InsuredMine.
So I probably should have answered that a little, or I should have gone through that a little bit more. Everything within the platform is included at the cost. There is no tiered services or anything like that. So yes, the mobile app, the e-signature, the pipelines, the help that we have with support and training and customer success, all of that is included at the price. There is no extra cost or anything like that. All right, guys. Any further questions? If not, what I would recommend from this point, if you want to have a deeper demo, deeper dive into the platform with our product specialist, we have the link. We shared the link. We're gonna probably send something out after this, so we can definitely go from there. See, yeah. Yep, there we go. And if not, we will let you go. Great talking to everybody.